It's your boy Revolutionary Cuz. I am your favorite freedom fighter, thugging it everywhere. Don't believe me? Ask that bitch about me. You did? Okay. My little 3 cents on the Juvenile Turk beef, because that's you see it's getting a little ugly, like the Jim Jones Cameron beef. And here's my 3 cents, being the fan, being the outsider looking in. Now, Turk had a couple good points. Don't get it twisted. 400 Degrees, legendary, iconic album. You can't ever take out, you can't take that album out the category it's in. Multi-platinum album, hits after hits after hits, to the Jay-Z remix. That is an all-time forever Southern classic album. Can't take that away from me. But like Turk said, other than that 400 Degrees album, what other Juvenile projects went platinum? What other album was really, really dope where you remember it? Because you're gonna remember that, huh? You're gonna remember that, Back That Ass Up. Like, those was like the really biggest, singles from that album. So Reality Check wasn't dope. Project English, G Code, that wasn't really as big as 400 Degrees. So it's like you taking shots at a nigga saying that he was and like BG was taking shots also, basically saying that he was the least selling artist out of Cash Money, or he was the worst rapper. Maybe out the Hot Boys. Like he was like even trying to give everybody their credit. Like, you can't take what Wayne has accomplished. You can't take away what BG has accomplished. You can't take away what Juvie has accomplished. Because at that time, really the main artist was Juvenile and BG. Wayne was still a kid. Wayne had his solo projects after like the Get It How You Live and Guerrilla Warfare, Hot Boy albums. But like the face of Cash Money was Juvenile and BG. But for you to say Manny Fresh and Birdman was better than Turk, I gotta say, you tripping now, Juvie. You tripping, Juvie. Like, don't get it twisted. That How You Love That 1, 2, that I Got That Work, even Hood Rich, it got singles. But for you to say that they rap better than Turk, nah. Of course, it's like you're gonna put together as many projects as the CEO, because it's all gonna come back as revenue, each and everything. No matter if it sells a little or a lot, it all comes back to you as the CEO and the artist. So it makes sense to put out projects. And not saying that they were the worst rappers. Although especially when Complex, and I spoke about this in my last video, I don't really support their lineup. Because when they have their top 100 worst rappers, they usually have Birdman in there. They usually have people like Silk the Shocker, OJ the Juice Man. I like their catalog. I fuck with OJ and I fuck with Silk. I've listened to more Silk albums than I have Drake, 21 Savage, Lil Baby, Young Thugger, and Gunna all together. That just shows you my liking of music. But back to the topic of discussion. Yeah, Turk had the one solo project. Is it me, my nigga, to be the thug that I be? Biggest single on the motherfucking album. Yo, Turk, if you listen to any of the collabos from the Juvenile albums to the Lil Wayne albums to the Hot Boy albums, Turk verse really always went the hardest. BG, being, in the lifestyle that he was, and his affiliation with Baby and his family being in the game. He had his history too, where he was spitting that gangster thug shit. Juvenile at times spit that thug shit, but he was more on some bounce, make party type music, you know what I mean? But don't get it twisted, Juvenile kicked that gangster shit. But every time you heard Turk get on that microphone, it was always some gangster gutter shit. Always. And, we always applaud Juvenile for that Soulja Slim and Slow Motion. And I should know this song with me being a big Soulja Slim fan, but I'm not really a fan of those slow type songs for the girls, although, you know, at times you gotta make songs for the bitches, and that's what they did. They made bounce music for bitches popping that pussy. But, you know, we give Juvenile credit for running with Soldier. We give BG a lot of glorification because, you know, him and Soldier was like this before they died. But like after like doing some research and learning, Turk really brought a lot of these niggas to the table. Like Wacko. I mean, shout out to Wacko. Big fan of Wacko. I mean, so like you trying to throw dirt on a nigga name like he not a real one. Like I tell my little story where a bottle got thrown in the club and I ran down on Turk and I asked him, "You threw the bottle, nigga?" He's like, "Nah." I'm like, "Nah, I believe you. I believe you. I believe you." Like, you know a real one, I mean. But said my little 3 cents, I just feel like the way Juvenile is taking shots at Turk, it's kind of wrong. It says it's kind of like the Jim Jones and Cameron shit. But it's like, Juvie ain't really been active lately. So I get it. You got that plaque on the wall. You can talk shit for the rest of your life. You're going to eat off of that for the rest of your life. But it's like, is that all you really got? I know you're doing your thing right now. You back with Cash Money, Rich Gang. Throw it again, say it again, Rich Gang. I don't even see them repping the Cash Money no more. It's like everybody's pushing this Rich Gang shit. Because like, Baby definitely knows how to tunnel his money. And this is why they respect Birdman, because his business state of mind. And shout out to Slim. You barely see Slim. But when you see Slim, you know, Slim pop out every now and then to let your niggas know, hey, we still here, we still running everything. And give Birdman his props. They run everything. Like, right when Nicki still signed to Cash Money, Young Money, he just gave Drake $100 million, gave Wayne $200 million when he left. So, like, Birdman definitely knows how to run up that bag. And I was talking to my cousin about this shit earlier. I mean, they had the machine behind them. Universal gave him that unlimited card. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna talk motherfucking head up. What you think about the beef getting out of control with Turk and Juvie, man? It's like, as outsiders, as fans, we hate to see motherfuckers that was a part of our history for our culture go at each other's throat when we know that there's some type of love there. Because just the other day, it was all good. Them niggas was on tour like a year ago. Like, I know Turk was appreciative because there's been like a lot of smut being thrown on his name. So Manny and Juvie kind of pulled a nigga up and they brought him on that Back That Ass Up tour. Like, that Back That Ass Up, they gonna eat on that shit for life. Life. Salute to that black man. He gonna, nigga, you put in your work for that. It was like, it was all good a week ago. Jay-Z said that. And now they beefing. But I said, I think it's more to the story. And I think Birdman could be the main one, because when BG was in jail, I mean, Turk kept that nigga name alive. Turk, Boosie. I mean, like, we almost forgot he was going 15. But yeah, I ain't gonna talk your motherfucking head off. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment. Follow me on Instagram, TheRevolutionaryCuzShow. Also the Facebook fan page. If you have an iPhone or Roku TV, go ahead and download Chronic TV now. Shout out to my folks over at Chronic Palooza. Like I said, like Turk said in the Drink Champ interview, I'm still cutting shit up, doing my reactions to this shit. We need to have a motherfucking Cash Money reunion type show. Like how they do like the Love and Hip Hop reunions where everybody's on stage and they talking shit out. And the motherfucker might throw a chair. I don't see no chairs being thrown, but you get the point of what I'm trying to say. We need like a reality show type Drink Champs episode. What you think? That'd be dope as fuck. But you know, Wayne, if you ain't paying that nigga what he need, that nigga don't give a fuck about shit and he ain't pulling up. But yeah, appreciate your time. You know what it is. Until next time, smoke for your boy. Triples.